Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today's last video of the month is an update of my last couple of months progress in my art journey. The one that I listed on my vision board. If you want to see my vision board, hopefully I can add the link somewhere on this video. So I started doing a little bit more art than I have ever done in my life, and I actually tried to create like a plan for it, and let's see how it's been going. So let's go to the different topics I have. The first video that I have here is anatomy. I decided that after going around in circles and circles and circles and circles with no direction whatsoever of where I'm going to start, I told myself that I needed to really focus on, I don't even know how to count many items that I need to check off a list. Figure drawing, anatomy, what else? Skeleton movement, line work, figure drawing, perspective, a lot of line drawing. Am I saying that right? Line work, actually. So I feel like there's so many steps moving forward in the sense that I created a habit. However, there's been actually a lot of steps back, or a lot of steps like I'm a dog chasing its own tail at this point. The problem with being a self-taught artist is that you are not even sure if you're mastered what you were working on or what you think you were working on. At this point, I think the only thing that I am sure is a devotion, even if it's forced, do my artwork before bed, and I'm so drained by them. I don't know if that's a good habit. I might have to start waking up at 5 a.m. like I used to. So I don't know if you guys have heard that motto, I draw every day. It's been tiring. Drawing every day, I don't know if it's for me, but I also know I need it in order to progress. But that's why I feel like it's going to crap, because I'm always going back to basics. As you can see in this video right here, this clip, I need to work on a lot of my simplified form. So I feel like this anatomy book was a little bit more advanced than I thought it would be. I mean, it's very helpful. It's definitely helpful if you already have some type of anatomy experience, and it's a good book to help you kind of more intermediate. This is around after I put the kids to bed, like 9:30 something. I was listening to fantasy book, A Court of Mist and Fury. I believe it's the second book of the Alcatraz series. I really liked it, so I was trying to finish it while I am trying to practice my sketching of anatomy. And I don't know, like I feel like it's one of those types of topics that I'm not really into. I think what's happening with art is that, at least my journey, is that I bought all these really nice books that tells you how to draw certain specific type of things, but they don't really go into detail about the basis for it. Like the basics, like the foundation of everything, like shapes, shading, perspective, ellipses, contouring. Like there's just a lot of different things that definitely some books I'm not going to teach you. So I bought these other books. There's a DK series. I think they're the Royal Academy art books. They call it the chair artist or something. I don't know, chair artist chair series. I don't know, people who basically are going to be learning at home, like me, self-taught artists. So I bought different books, and I'll show you guys towards the end of the video a clip of all the books that I've done. take this step by step. There's no way I'm gonna be able to skip anything, but I'm definitely have to kind of come back and look through each part. Like for example, I have to look through each part and figure out, work on it for a while. I would say maybe it'd be 2 weeks of every part, especially about anatomy and proportion. I feel like these are the ones that I'm gonna have to spend a lot more practice on. Let me show you. So, anatomy, which is the bones. This part, the skeleton, and the muscular structure. I think that's what I'm going to spend on more time. And then proportions too. How to measure it. Front, seated, the length of each. Because this is what Michelangelo did. Side profile. Side profile, figures in profile. Short for shortening. Like this guy's facing closer to here. To the artist, that's why the leg looks a little bit bigger. And this woman is facing the opposite way, and so her butt's closer to this side. And yeah, I'm gonna have to practice this too. I want to continue reading the book, but I don't know. So after reading a little bit more from books about figure drawing, especially face shapes and stuff like that, I decided to go back to a lot of the basics that I hate. I just don't like drawing repetitive stuff, to be honest. I think that's probably my worst habit as an artist, is that these repetitious activities are so boring. Like, they're just, I don't even know how to explain it, y'all. They're so boring. I know I keep repeating they're so necessary, but I find them so boring. I literally have gone through several audiobooks. Drawing, I have a really hard time staying focused for long periods of time, so at nighttime is not my best time to be active. Like, I'm a sleepy person at night. I've become a really old lady. I feel like I've aged like 10 years in the last year and a half. I don't feel like my age. Into the art books that I have. So here's a DK series, a drawing figures book. These are the books that I was mentioning earlier in the video that I decided to purchase several months ago, and some of them are a little bit more current, like last week or this week current. An Introduction to Art Techniques by DK Art School is really packed with a lot of information. It's kind of a condensed, thick book of all their other books about perspective, figure drawing. But this art techniques book is. And I also got their Introduction to Perspective in association with the Royal Academy of the Arts. Very old school very old school book, but very, very simplified. Another oldie is a Perspective Made Easy. I bought this on Amazon, obviously, and I was gonna buy it used, but it cost as much as new, so I was like, forget it, I'm gonna buy it brand new. So this is one of my books that it's a guide. I really feel like when I'm drawing these things, like when I think of anatomy, I think of people that are in medical school, and when I think of perspective and building drawings, it reminds me of architects and civil engineers, which I am neither. I went for communications, y'all, okay? Anyway, so here is another book that I saw an artist recommend, How to Start. Somebody who was self-taught, they recommended this book, and I noticed a lot of these techniques are actually in Drawbox. So I think Drawbox got their techniques from that book. And then I also got the figure drawing book, which was also recommended by an artist on Pinterest, I believe. I saw like a screenshot of the artist recommending these, and I was like, okay, sure. A lot of the movements, a lot of anatomy, figure drawing, face drawing, detailed all over the body from head to toe. Definitely something that I need. Alright, so I'm gonna apologize here, y'all. I didn't have much perspective work. I didn't film the one time that I actually made a sketch, and I even forgot to include it in this video. I don't know what's wrong with me. There's a reason why I designate certain topics to each of my sketchbooks or to each of my journals, and I don't know why I didn't focus on perspective. So this day I must have been tired, and I'm like, screw it, I don't feel like drawing, let me just do line work. Whenever I'm directionless or I'm really tired but I need to get something done, I do line work. I just practice my lines, as you can see. So hopefully within the next 3 months, because obviously this video is a review of how I've been doing in the last 3 months, and obviously my perspective skills are not up to par. Not gonna lie, I don't really focus on it, though I really need to, because I feel like it's the basis for everything. It really has been, and I just want to start on drawing already, but I realize like everything really takes time, and the foundation of drawing starts in perspective and shapes. It's just insane the amount of work that's gonna be done, and I don't expect to be a pro at it by the end of this year, but at least come on, I at least want to be able to draw like my dream home or something. We'll see. So let's kind of refresh of the drawings that I made so far, the sketching that I've done, that I picked up from some of the books that I've been looking at. I forgot to include one of the digital books, or several of the digital books that I have on my iPad, to show you what I've been working on. Some of them are sketches that are not supposed to be there, but I get bored drawing lines, so I move on to trying to draw people, and I'm always trying to jump ahead, and that's the problem with my learning skills, is that I don't want to do the basics. I just want to jump ahead, and yeah, it's a huge learning curve for me to be able to be a beginner again. Here are some more sketches that I was trying to like basically mimic more line drawing, because I really need to get better at line drawing. Here I go, trying to make some ovals, trying to close the gap. I think I'm okay with them, but I feel like there's definitely a lot more to work on. Oh, drawings that I made with my daughter. She was telling me, she was giving me prompts, and so I just copied her prompts because that's what she asked me to do. And then I went back to line drawing, and then I was bored one day. I didn't feel like drawing, and I saw a prompt that just to highlight her bobs or blobs and make them work, and then I did lines. I just got carried away with lines, and plus I was just using my marker. So that's all the progress for now, guys. Thank you for watching.